Proper form. Now let's talk about proper form for the deadlift. The key components of push through your heels to lift the weight up, keeping your back straight and your core engaged. Step-by-step tutorial. Now let's break down the deadlift into step-by-step instructions. Common mistakes. While deadlifting is a great exercise, there are some common mistakes that beginners make that can increase the risk of injury. Hey everyone! Welcome to my deadlift tutorial for beginners. Deadlifting is a fantastic exercise that can help you build strength and muscle, but it's also a movement that requires proper form and technique to avoid injury. In this video, I'll be breaking down the deadlift into simple steps and providing tips to help you improve your form. Let's get started. Equipment and setup. First, let's talk about the equipment you'll need for deadlifting. You'll need a barbell and plates, and you'll want to adjust the weight to a comfortable starting weight for you. The barbell should be placed on the ground and centered over the middle of your feet. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and your toes pointing straight ahead. Proper form. Now let's talk about proper form for the deadlift. The key components of proper form are keeping your back straight, hinging at the hips, and engaging your core. When you're ready to lift, start by hinging at the hips, pushing your butt back as if you're sitting down into a chair. As you lower your hips, grab the bar with both hands, using a grip that feels comfortable to you. With your feet flat on the ground, push through your heels to lift the weight up, keeping your back straight and your core engaged. As you lift, exhale and contract your glutes and hamstrings. Once you reach the top of the lift, pause briefly, then lower the weight back down, bending your hips and knees as you lower the weight back to the ground. Step-by-step tutorial. Now let's break down the deadlift into step-by-step instructions. Step 1. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and toes pointing straight ahead. Center the bar over the middle of your feet. Step 2. Hinge at the hips and bend your knees slightly, lowering your hips until your shins touch the bar. Step 3. Grab the bar with both hands using a grip that feels comfortable to you. Step 4. Take a deep breath, brace your core, and lift the weight up by pushing through your heels. Step 5. As you lift, keep your back straight and your core engaged. Step 6. Once you reach the top of the lift, pause briefly, then lower the weight back down to the ground. Common mistakes. While deadlifting is a great exercise, there are some common mistakes that beginners make that can increase the risk of injury. Here are a few to watch out for. 1. Rounding the back. This is one of the most common mistakes that beginners make. When you round your back during the lift, you put extra stress on your spine and increase the risk of injury. Instead, focus on keeping your back straight and your core engaged throughout the lift. 2. Lifting with the arms. Another common mistake is using your arms to lift the weight instead of your legs and hips. Remember to push through your heels and engage your glutes and hamstrings to lift the weight. 3. Moving the weight too far from your body. When you move the weight too far away from your body, you put extra stress on your back and increase the risk of injury. Make sure to keep the weight close to your body throughout the lift. Common variations. There are many variations of the deadlift, including the sumo deadlift and the Romanian deadlift. The sumo deadlift is performed with a wider stance, and the Romanian deadlift focuses on the posterior chain. These variations can be incorporated into your routine once you have mastered the basic deadlift form. Mixed grips. Another variation of the deadlift that you might hear about is the mixed grip. This involves gripping the bar with one hand overhand and the other hand underhand. The mixed grip can help you lift heavier weights, but it also increases the risk of injury. Here are some things to keep in mind if you decide to use a mixed grip. 1. Switch up your grip. To avoid overusing one side of your body, switch up which hand is overhand and which hand is underhand with each set. 2. Stretch your lats. When you use a mixed grip, one arm is in a pronated position and the other is in a supinated position. This can cause tightness in your lats, so make sure to stretch them regularly. That's it for our deadlift tutorial for beginners. Remember, proper form and technique are crucial for avoiding injury and getting the most out of this exercise. Start with a comfortable weight and focus on your form before increasing the weight. With practice, you'll be deadlifting like a pro in no time. Thanks for watching.